Hello everyone, welcome to ZOR Pilgrimage of the Slorfs. We're here on our run where we have been very injured so far. We do have comfy pillows, so we will get some healing back. If I can get to raised bed, that would be incredible. Also, bubbling soup for max HP, gurgling stew for max HP. But we need grass, nuts, leaves, fur, sticks, all kinds of stuff for that. We don't have anything to craft here, so we're just going to jump into our next encounter and hope that we can get by without being killed. So, the poking shrine, let's do it. I did learn, speaking to the devs on Discord, that in that very first encounter I had previously, where I killed a creature and instead of dropping XP, it dropped fur, meant that I was then behind on my upgrades in my cards, and that became its own problem. Well, that's a chance to happen kind of thing. So sometimes you might end up with fur, which you get for crafting, but then you're 1 XP behind on the good upgrades that you need. So it becomes its own series of problems. What do we have here? I see you, I see you, I see you. You're hiding behind there. Eyeball, harvestable rock, sticks, petroglyph, nuts, Obelisk, another nut, sticks. Well, this is going to be interesting because often the enemies won't cross the spikes, and with the spikes going up and down and up and down, it's going to be interesting for when they want to try and pass by, although the flying enemies won't care. So from here, I think the first thing I'm going to do is simply forage this tree, get those nuts on the ground. We replenish our water immediately. We have Glare, which is a ranged attack. Disengage, attack adjacent target for 1 damage and move backwards 2 tiles. Enter effects ignored for all but final tiles. Slorf cannot be targeted for remainder of round. Well, from here, let's go return. Grab those nuts. And we'll stay where we are next to the water for our attacks. They move. They fly, which is all expected. Now, at the back here, this guy cannot climb onto this cliff because it only has 1 action. It takes 2 actions to climb onto a cliff. So they're both going to have to go around the outside edge. When that's going to resolve itself, I'm not sure. For now, though, I think largely it's going to be a case of discarding these food cards that we don't need, drawing into other cards, because we picked up 2 nuts at the same time. Our max hand size is 5, so we didn't draw an extra card on the in-between there. Right here, this guy, 2 actions, flying, nibble for 1. With Glare, cannot reach them right now, that's fine. I'm going to... You have 2 actions, yap, range 2. So if you move in, you can then attack twice. So I'm going to walk 1 step back. And with Glare, I'm going to glare against the only one that's in range. And this ignores armor, which is incredible. I'd kind of forgotten that bit. Excuse me. Alright, we're being attacked again. This is unideal. They need to move 2 and then attack at a range of 2, so they can't hit me from here, which is good. I'm just going to discard a tuber. And for us, we need them to come towards us if we're going to do anything. So we're going to go to here. They move. They move. Man, this guy is standing in the worst spots for us to have any hope of actually attacking them. Alright. Let's jump up here for lack of better things to do. Motivation is great. That's going to let me flee in this direction. These two are still moving. Alright, that guy is in a spot where we can now, hopefully, actually hit them. 2 HP. Well, we can hit them once, but it's going to hurt to be hit a second time. Unless we could draw a couple of cards that would actually allow us to kill this thing in the next turn. But we're going to have to hope and pray. So we have 2 actions. We're going to step to here, attack once. And I'm actually stood in the wrong spot to hit this thing with motivation from here. I can step across, but I can't hit it. If I step 1, 2, I can't spend 2 actions to attack up the cliff either, which is its own set of problems. So I'm just going to walk 1. They move. They move. We get hit for 1. We're now to 1 HP. So we are very nearly dead. For now, though, let's motivate, attack, move in. We have plenty of food, so we don't need that yet. I'd like to get this Triobelisk. So while we wait for that, we'll just discard through the food cards we don't need. Now, they are going to avoid ever stepping over these spikes. So that's its own problem. But if I can get onto this cliff, I can attack them down. So we can attack down the cliff. They can't attack us back up the cliff, which is great. I just need to be able to jump over this gap in one fell swoop, which we can't yet, but we will be able to shortly. There's forage for this. Work, sneak, and scrounge. I think sneak is going to be most apt for us in a turn where, or in a game where we're at low health and we want enemies to not be able to get to us. That's going to be important. Oh, they stood on the spikes of their own free will. That's incredibly good. Alright, well, let's glare them. Then here, we can lazy, get some sticks, move over towards those mushrooms. Right, with return, we're going to have 5 actions. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can step down to here for 5 fairly safely. Here, let's just do a discard a Grimpie. This guy might walk onto the spikes and then get itself killed when the spikes swap, which is incredible. Now we just have to do whatever harvesting we can in the time that remains. Hulga can get this mushroom and these bits of food. I would like the eye, I would like the rock. There are sticks over here. There's a recipe over there. There's no fish in this pond. So I think for starters, we've already played our harvest card, haven't we? Yeah, forage. So we need to shuffle before we see that again. So let's jump over to here. Try and get that recipe. Here I will happily walk into this food. We need to avoid these spikes. We don't need disengage anymore, so we can discard this for free. We're next to water. We will refill that water immediately. There's a forage card. That's really important. So now let's just get these 2 XP. That goes down. Motivation is great. That gets me to this recipe. We learn about a harpoon. I've not seen that one before. Harpoon. Oh, it's in like a whole lower row that doesn't exist with like the grey. Harvest tile within range 4, huh? Interesting. Right, I'm not going to step on the spikes. I can't step on the roots. We could forage this dead tree. but I'm more inclined to forage the stone pile. I'm just going to discard the Grimp Shell. I can't escape from this, so we will discard Glare. For one, I don't want to step on these spikes. So let's just discard Sneak. I don't think Sneak stops the spikes raising and lowering. There's Lazy. We can use that to escape here. Refresh our water. Jump here. Is going to let us flee. We have water. This seems fine. Return is not going to work for us because we're not at the edge of the map. So let's just walk one onto these mushrooms. I will forage this rock. Then we're going to walk to here to get to the edge so that we can climb up cheaply. We will walk down here for some food. Then with return, we can climb this. And we'll come all the way down to here. We just need any attack to hit these sticks. And then we can step in, collect them. The only thing that remains is this tree. And we draw our harvest card at the opportune moment. So we took one hit that fight, but otherwise we are okay. I just don't know if we're going to be able to power through the boss fight to come. So we don't have grass for a bubbling soup. We can make a grazing conduit for more hand size. Over here, walking sticks and digging sticks. We only have one harvest card, but we don't have another harvest slot, so digging stick doesn't mean too much to me. We have 6 XP. Probably upgrade easy going. Although, how does upgrade change? Give Slorf 1 action, no attacking. Both Slorfs get an additional turn. Let's go with that. So it used to be skip enemies' actions. This is like subtly different, but I'm here for it. We have 2 more XP. Do we want to upgrade a walk? This is one, this is one. Let's upgrade a walk. We go to an explore. Then back in crafting. I don't want a digging stick. We can make a gazing conduit. We are going to get a stick back from the woodshed. +1 hand size is not a bad thing to have. So we've got 3 eyeballs. Let's do this now then. Then we can't do anything else without grass, leaves. We need 2 fish to do both of these, so that's not on yet. But I don't think I want any of the rest of this, so we get a tiny bit of HP back for camping. Let's go to the rooted weeds. That's going to be a fun one, isn't it? Okay, well, immediately we see there is a moongrave, crumbles in the evening, spawning an agitated apparition. So if we don't destroy this for 6 HP before the end of the round, before the end of the encounter, then this will spawn a ghost. The ghost will instantly kill us if it touches us, which is really bad. This thing, a boomberry, destroy, damage, AoE blast. Well, that is next to the moongrave, so that might help us out. This thorny bug is going to be a problem. 1 damage reflected if melee attacked. Now, in our deck, we do have Glare, which is a ranged attack, but it only does 1 damage. This thing has 2 HP, so we're going to have to navigate around that at least twice. Stinkleaf, harvest for leaves. Tuber, harvest for a tuber. Sticks, branch, weeds, and a gustwood. So, overall, the enemies here aren't too plentiful. It's just going to be the thorny bug that's going to be the real problem, as will the spit bug because they attack at range. But if I could coax them next to the boomberry and then attack the boomberry with glare, we might be able to hit them. But for starters, let's explore to this grass. We are going to get pushed in this direction because of the gustwood. I would rather our red guy here, what's your name? Gorb, get the mending glyph. This is linked to this petroglyph, so we can only get one recipe here and one heal. But whatever happens, I don't want to be stood next to this tile, which would result in us being blown into it and taking the heal that I want Gorb to get. So we need to move around it. So we're just going to play lazy, I think. And we'll come to here. Get pushed, they get pushed. They're next to the boomberry. They're not, but that's less of a problem for me. How far is the range on glare? Range 2, so you're not in range of it. And obviously I don't want to be in the area of this. Unfortunately, what I don't have is sneak. If I had disengage, or if I had prowl, we could move away and then prepare a much better attack. So fortunately we do have return. So we're going to go over here, grab this health. Right. Glare is not going to get the attack. I'm going to be boring. And play the bark for the armor. Right. We need to hit this thing twice, which we can with Motivate, and we have 2 armor, so we can kill that thing for free, which is incredible. So here, we're just going to discard a tuber. Here, we're going to play Motivate, hit you once, hit you twice. Then we can attack this, which will blow up the other flying creature there. For 2 damage. Did 2 damage to the Moongrave. So now we can just do a lap of collecting stuff. There's a card in here. There's a leaf in there that I would really like. There's a decent amount of mushrooms around. No fish. Let's see. We're being pushed left, which is where I want to go. So let's just discard the Beast Horn. I'm going to make the effort to destroy this Moongrave first. And we're being pushed up and to the left. So let's jump to here. Three HP left. I'm gonna walk to here. We are going to disengage this. We're not in range to forage that, but we will be when we get pushed across. Down here, we can motivate to attack this twice. Oh, it's still this goes 10. Just discard that then. Down here, hit it once, hit it twice. Then here, we can forage this guy, get a card. Assist, Second Wind, Reflect. I'll take a Second Wind because there's our Prowl attack that I would like to be able to get back once a combat if I can. We're being pushed down and to the right. So let's just play easy going. We'll start coming around this way. With return, we can move all the way over to here. and attack this once. We're being pushed down to the left, which is what we want. I would like to keep glare. So let's play Prowl. Ah, that's not how you play cards, dummy. Alright then, we're up here right now. Let's glare at you. Over here, we will forage this leaf while we're stood next to water. Right here, we can explore, get the mushrooms, kill the tree. Area cleared. Because we destroyed the Moongrave, the Moongrave isn't going to populate a ghost to concern us, which is great. I'm going to just jump up here for mushrooms. I'm going to walk here for mushrooms and to be at the edge of the map. I want my harvest card to come back for this tuber, so for right now, I'll just discard disengage. Let's go motivation, hit this once, then get sticks and XP. We can explore, just grab double mushrooms. Then we want this recipe over here. Gonna move to here. Could have refilled on water, but I don't need it desperately. Here, I'll get rid of disengage for 1 water. Our harvest card is 2 water. Here, we can walk to there for 1. We learn about a snack. Not seen that one before. We can discard motivation for free. That's fine. We got so much food, we can discard a food card. There's forage. This is a branch. This is a tuber. We can't afford to take the branch yet, so we'll discard this for 1. We'll harvest this. We'll discard that. Then we'll shuffle, start drawing again. Hope to soon find that harvest card again. For now, we can simply jump to refill our water. We can explore, get these sticks. Then we're just gonna, as carefully as possible, discard cards. There's our forage. We get this. Oh, that's thirst damage. Don't do that. Refill on water. Motivate to here. You've got 5 food. We can discard glare. You can forage this branch. There's the branch. There's nothing else on the map for us with resources. So that was actually a really successful encounter, I would say. We healed up a bit. We got some good resources. Just scary going into the boss fight without more. Right, bubbling soup. 2 max water. 1 max water, 2 max health, excuse me. Foraging packs. Harvest card. Harvest effect slots. Practice target. +1 attack card range. Add deck slot attack. Well, stone, beast horn, stick, fish, nut, grass is all different stuff. Over here, what's a snack do? Give Slorf 2 food. Can be shared for a nut and a grass. Give Slorf 3 water, can be shared for a leaf and a grass. Bandages. Well, I'm not going to be able to make bandages if we're making bubbling soup. Then we'll go practice target. So that's our attack cards, which are the ones that actually use water to attack rather than using actions to attack on our movement cards. We have 5 XP. Probably upgrade our attack cards then. So does disengage become? Hit and run. Attack adjacent target for 1 damage and move backwards 4 tiles. Attack target in range for 2 In range 2, for 1 piercing damage, target is immobilized for 2 turns. I think against the boss, this is going to be pertinent. I don't want to upgrade Walk, because I'd like a 1-cost card in that slot. We do have a free move slot. We could craft a walking stick, which is free, does not reshuffle. Dayfire Aura, range 2, reduce food cost by 1. Digging stick, harvest the tile, and the next tile also. We are about to go into the boss fight, so is there anything that I really do want to change here? Is the big question. A walking stick might be a nice to have. It does go straight in the deck because we have the spare movement slot. So for a free card to play, might come back with Second Wind, as might Prowl. 4 food, 3 food, 2 and 2. A branch, destroy attack target for 2 damage with 1 blunt, evade is ignored. Do I need branches for anything really specific? A roasting spit? Just a roasting spit. 1 food gain, add deck slot move. Over here, a Dayfire. Alright, I'm going to go back to the deck. I'm going to put this branch in instead of... Oh, do I need this stone as well? It's an attack card, so I can only have 3 attack cards. I would love to get claw sharpeners once I get a wild stone. But I can throw this rock. Attack target in range 3 for 1 damage. Could be the difference maker on not being attacked. Fine. This is Nut Tuber Grimpie. This is Tuber Nut Grimpie. Grimp Shell does not need to come with us. Branch can stay. Alright, let's do this boss. Our health is not that low anymore. 9 and 8 HP respectively. Could be much, much worse. Sick of bugs, sick of Slorf. Careful, this one's tough Grimp. Okay. So these things can hatch creatures. There is water all the way over there, which is terrifying. We can Prowl, Second Wind straight back into Prowl, which is interesting. I don't know if now is when I want to do that, though. Eventually, I want to just be attacking more than anything else. It's just when are we going to have a convenient moment to do that? I think I'd like to bring this guy in this direction, because there's only 2 eggs here. There's 4 eggs over there. But right now, none of these cards are cards I want to play, so I'm going to be boring, discard a nut. There's a card I want to play. 1. 2, 3, 4. We make Goo, which is incredibly lucky. And right now I'm just going to step back. This guy jumps, pops that. Right, let's intimidate this. With that not being able to move for a moment, I'm going to come around here and kill that. That can't move because of the intimidate. And if we do Prowl, give Slorf 1 action. No attacking, both Slorfs get an additional turn. We can stand here. Then we can Second Wind, put Prowl back in the deck. We can stand here, attack there. We get an additional turn. I'm just gonna hit this thing, honestly. Disengage seems fine. This heals 4 HP. We currently have 8 of 12, so that will be good for us. It will mean hatching that egg if we do need to go over there. From here, I'm just going to discard a tuber. Prowl is back. So this guy, we would get an extra turns. But we don't really have anything that gets us close enough to warrant an attack yet. So I'm going to walk one over. They're going to jump, land. Now we can prowl. Gonna hit you, step over. We get an additional set of turns. Gonna hit you, step away. Return will be played down here because we're at the edge of the map. Up here, I'm gonna walking stick, hit once, step back. 6 HP now. Return. So we have 5 actions. Attack once, attack twice, flee to here. For us right now, let's motivate. 1, 2, 3, get some healing. That's annoying. Attack adjacent target for 1 damage and move backwards 2 tiles. I'm in the wrong spot to do that, unfortunately. And we're running out of food around these parts. So I'm going to have to just grab this food. Can't disengage from here. I could jump up into his business, but I think I want Gorb to jump away in a second. I could forage this meal, just so that we have more food to use. We could also eat the tuber that we have in our rotation when it comes round, though. But I think for now, I'm just going to discard this Grim Pie. We're going to get hit again. Yep. I'm going to hit you, step back 2. Right, we have some breathing room. This thing is down almost half of its health. Gorb is very injured. Hulga is doing okay. Let's, for now, let's just walk back 1. Intimidate is incredible. So it's frozen in place. But unfortunately, if we move in to kill it or hit it, it's going to hit us back right now. So I'm just going to discard the stone for right now. They can't move. We're going to walk east 1. Intimidate comes back round, which is incredible. Return is not great for us because we're not at the edge of the map, obviously. I'm going to explore to here, and oh god, they have evade. It's not what I wanted. Motivate lets us Move in, hit once, and step back again. We get attacked for 1 there, which is unideal. We have 2 food left. I'm about to harvest this giant mushroom. So, kill that. Now have the XP. Here we have increased range. Alright, that's also unideal. Fill up on food. We can... I'm going to walk to here. Alright, we need to not be here anymore. We can now play return for 5 actions. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, I'm going to do 4, 5. This is now my problem. Down to 7 HP. We're getting there. We can intimidate from here. Freezes them in place. Motivation lets us attack this twice. The insects are scary. We're on 2 HP. So we might have to disengage this guy. Just so that we don't die. This guy can't move right now. I would love to be able to return at the moment. I'm not going to get any more actions than we really have right now. One, 2 is going to hit us. Alright, we're going to jump here. Refill on our water. That thing was frozen again. We have loads of food now. So I'm going to move out to here. We can explore. Kill that. This is going to jump in the air. We get hit for 1. Right, 4 damage left to do. Return would let us hit for 1, then we would get hit. So we're not doing that yet. Hulga might need to forage this giant mushroom. So I'm going to discard a walk. Hulga is going to disengage. That gets us some breathing room. 3 HP remaining. We're going to return. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hulga can intimidate for the kill. Oh boy. Okay, right. Let's get this fish. Let's get this eyeball. I'm going to move over in this direction for those sticks. Oh, I definitely want that goo as well. Right, discard a fish. Big jumps. Discard disengage for water. Easy going for 2 to the edge of the map. Here we can discard a Grimpie. Here we can return. Gets us to that goo. Here we can motivation into that XP. Is there anything else left on the board for us? I don't think so. We can end turn. We can make camp. Any crafting opportunities? We can make a gurgling stew. Plus 4 max HP. Gain card digest. I don't see why I wouldn't take 4 max HP. It's our 1 leaf. We don't need leaves for this. We could make a drink with a leaf, but I don't think I want to. So let's make gurgling stew. 4 max HP and a digest card. Foraging packs. Gain card harvest, add deck slots, harvest, and effect. I'll do that. So we now have a second harvest card. So we'll swap this shell out for this harvest card. Do I want to swap digest in? I guess it's better than... It's better than a Grim Pie. But the problem becomes, if I ever want to discard it, it costs 6 to discard, which is incredibly expensive. But we'll hold on to it because we are very injured, so we'll try and make that work. To that end, we'll make this harvest a forage as well, because that increases its range. Easy going. We will up to 3 actions for 1 food. Is there any other crafting we want to do? There was like a walking stick. Oh, we made a walking stick. We could have made a hike staff with our grass, but that's fine. I'm not interested in a day fire or a digging stick. So, we scrape on by. Our HP is not in the worst spot. Would love to get another healing glyph for Glorb here, but for now, we are alive. We press on. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.